Yo guys, what's going on? Just want to give you a little Sunday morning video after last week. So last week, obviously, a crazy Friday, strong trend day on Friday. Anyway, that tried to short most likely got wrecked, except the early morning like drawdown we had there for like an hour or so. Um, Big things to take away this week on NQ. On the weekly chart, we have now inversed this bearish FEG. You see we already rejected it once to go down. We rejected here to go down, take out these lows, and now we're going back above, and now we have closed above it. Kind of, that's very bullish on the higher time frame, because we have a bullish inverse here, but we also have a bullish weekly FEG sitting right here. They do overlap a little bit, so like this little spot right here would be your weekly BPR, where you have a inverse and a regular FVG that overlap. So, a pullback to here would not be surprising at some point. To go back to there would also fill in, you know, this daily FEG down here. ES has some equal lows that are sitting down in this area. So, I mean, any kind of pullback, this is where I would be looking for. But first, I would want to see this. You see Friday. So I mentioned on Thursday's video, I said this down close candle might end up just being in just it might end up being just an order block, and you see that's exactly what happened. We have down close candle in an uptrend, and then the next candle closes back above the body here. This is your order block, so we could see something like, you know, not saying like right away. Maybe we come up here, take these highs first, come back down. This order block holds. If this order block holds, then there's obviously a target that's even higher. If this fails, if this daily order block fails, then I'm looking down here into this weekly BPR down here at that 150-ish area. It does not have to go to that BPR, but I would imagine it at least goes to here because the market's going to want to actually book price down here, probably at that 144 range. So at some point, I think we'll get a pullback to that weekly. If that holds, then I think we're going right back up. If this breaks, then the markets are back in trouble and we are going back down. Maybe not down, but because we do have, daily FEG here, we have daily FEG here that are going to do need filled at some point. This is also a daily BPR, so if that weekly fails, then we're looking down here at 14,709. But right now, nothing says to short this market. Putting in order blocks here doesn't mean we're going to come back, and retest that right away. Um, I mean, it as of right now with a candle like this, I mean, it looks like these relative equal highs up here on the daily, up here around that 719 area, seem to be next. Um, that would just be a guess, just because I only say that because yes, also took the highs. If you guys remember, we were watching these 4-hour buy models, up to 44.23 and 44.30. You see how we wicked it so far and came back down. It's not the best of sign to continue higher, but NQ still looks like it's pushing higher. However, since ES took this high and NQ also took this same high, um, most of the time you would expect only one to take it. Here, we'll move this down so you guys see the same high. So this is the high on this high on ES is the same high as NQ. But since they both took this high, it usually means the market wants to go higher. Otherwise, we would have had an SMT where NQ took this high, rejected. ES would have pulled back somewhere in here, and then we would have looked for lower prices. But since both have taken that are higher time frame targets here, it usually means we might want to head up a little bit higher. One thing worth noting on ES, we have we're still in a weekly FEG here. So weekly FEG here. Um, you see we've rejected it before, kind of like NQ. So ES has not closed back over it. Another thing worth noting is there is a weekly order block sitting right here, and look how like textbook that rejection was. So 44.30 bounced, hit it, tested this order block, and I can't say it's rejected it because obviously the market just closed. We had a temporary pullback. We also hit 44, 30, 50, which was our higher time frame target going into close. So I mean, it's hard to say. Candles tonight, Sunday night through Monday morning should give us a pretty good clue of what to expect early on this week. So that's something I will be watching. Going to NQ, one more thing I did notice on the daily chart. Um, Obviously, we took all the highs we expected to last week. Finally got that push up to 470. Um, the only thing I'm seeing here, kind of rejecting here on NQ, not really rejecting, like I said, because we just closed, but this weekly look how we perfectly tapped the weekly CE or the middle of this wick, and that's exactly where we kind of rejected. Like I said, can't say rejected. That's a tiny wick, but very interesting that that's where we hit and then pulled back just a little bit. So just something that I'm also watching going into tonight. So yeah, this is why it's so important though. Like whenever you see like a sell curve like this and then like a buy curve just shaping up, it's it's almost impossible. You don't want to get caught in shorts here because obviously whenever you have these buy programs, kind of like here, sell, buy. The market wants to go back up and at least take this high. If you look on any time frame, you're always going to see these market maker buy models and sell models, and I mean, and usually the target is back up to these highs. So very worth noting. Like that's why like up in here people wanted to hold puts overnight, and it's like it's not a good idea because we know price wants to book higher. We want to go take this high. Why do you don't want to fight that until the market takes it and then shows you bearishness? Just because we're too high, it's not a good reason just to buy puts and hold them overnight. So that's just a good example of that. Um, Something else that was worth noting, it's obviously Friday we had a nice little a little swing down. Well, I guess Thursday, if you notice, what I've kind of been showing you guys is like accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Um, See, here's your accumulation. This is your manipulation phase down, and here's this is so this was your fake move down. They induced they made people chase puts, shorts, whatever it is to short the market, and then they distribute the actual way back this way. So something else that you can look for on like the on any time frame is that accumulation, manipulation, distribution type thing as well. One more thing I want to show you. So Friday would have been here. I guess we would have been up here going into Friday. But you see, I guess this would be Thursday. Thursday was nothing but a pullback, 50%. Boom. All we did come down, fill this 4 hour. You see how well the bodies respected this, and then we hit 50%. Came down, filled in. We hit a daily FEG, hit a 4 hour FEG, and then right back up. ES was the same exact thing. Except ES came a little bit lower, disrespected this 4 hour, but then came down to um, this 4 hour, which is also a daily FVG that I showed you guys. So I mean, if you're looking at it this way, this down to these lows, down to that low, 50% into a daily FVG, 4 hour FVG, and in a buy model, you definitely do not want to be shorting below the 50% mark because you see like on buy models, it is a lot of 50% right back up, kind of like on the sell side. Like right here, this week back up would be 50% from here, from here to here. 50% like from here to here. This would be your 50%. Hit up, fill a higher time frame FEG up here, and then go back lower. And then if you go to the smaller time frame, you'll see like I'm not going to go through all of them. But you'll see all these mini buy models, like here, little sell model down, but we're still bullish because the higher time frame is still pushing higher. So, and we're on the buy side of the curve on the higher time frame. So, there's something I want to show you guys. So yeah, going into next week, I guess find some targets here. Let's close all of this out. Um, as of right now, we want to see a strong push of ES over this 44.30 high that was our target. You see, we've now tapped into this 4 hour. We're also, if you remember, we're also in that weekly FEG. So you would want to see, ES is most likely probably taps into this 4 hour FEG up here, or we come down and fill some 4 hours and some dailies. But if we start pushing over this high, look for a push up into 44.50, we'll call it, up into this 4 hour. But if ES wants to go higher than that, then I really don't see us rejecting for a while. So yeah, if we push over 44.30, look for that 44.50. Look how price reacts into this 4 hour FEG would be my target. If we reject, then look for these lows, uh, 43.50-ish area, we'll call it. And then remember, we have 4 hour equal lows down here at 43.25, and then we would also tap into a 4 hour FEG and another daily FEG sitting down here as well. So just remember, these are perfect equal lows. So if we violate this 4 hour, I would almost guess like we're going back down to 43.25. So that's where I'll be watching going into Sunday night. So I'm going to draw that out now, just so I remember myself. NQ. Uh, if NQ keeps pushing higher, which NQ kept pushing because ES wanted to take its high too, showing us price probably wants to go higher. So that means my next target would probably be these relative daily equal highs up here at 719, as I showed you guys. So that would be the next bullish target. The next bearish target would be probably down to this daily order block here at 350. If price decides to uh, end up rejecting this, then uh, you look probably down here at this daily FEG down here at 130. So those would be the bearish targets on NQ. Bullish target would be up to 719. But just remember, we have that weekly inverse here, so or whatnot, and pullback to 140 would be also be this weekly F, this weekly FEG. So with that, I just want to go over the daily bias that I made a video about a couple weeks ago. So obviously the last couple bullish days have been pretty simple. Like this body close above. You would expect this day's high to be taken out the next day. Same thing, close above, take out this day's high. Close above. This candle close above, take out this day's high. Body closed above this. You expect this day's high, and then so we have body closed above here. You would expect this high to be taken out, which we took it out here. The body still closed above, so you would of this candle. So you would expect this day's high to be taken out right here, and then you see, oh, we have a down close candle. So now this body closed below this one. We should expect this daily low to be taken out the next day. You see, that's when we took it out. This was, just below your 50% on the 4 hour. Take out that daily low as well. And then continue back up for your to complete your daily and your 4 hour buy model. So that's just want to show you guys that. Throw a couple little insights in there and a little weekly recap. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys tonight and into tomorrow.